In settings, table panelists can talk to everyone.
Hey, hi everyone. I hope I am visible and audible.
Yes, you are audible, Sachin.
Sindhu. All right. Let's wait for a few more minutes. I think people are still joining. Till then, people can introduce. The attendees can drop in a text in the chat box. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes.
People are still joining. Yeah. I see 26 people have joined. All right, let's start. I think it's already 8:05. Hi everyone. I am Sachin, and our today's agenda is basically explaining what exactly is Tano and how you can use LLM to act as an AI data scientist at your own machine, at your own private cloud, right? So our agenda would be basically we'll go through what exactly is Tano AI, how it works, and how you can set up on your own virtual cloud and on your machine. And we will see a few demos and case studies as well. Right. So today along with me, there are three more speakers. I will introduce myself and ask everyone to introduce themselves as well. So I take care of the product at Turno AI, and I think yeah, that that is it about me. Akansha, Jay, Daxel, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Akansha and I'm working as a software engineer at CloudX Lab. So I basically work on building new features and improving things.
Hi everyone, I am Jay. So working at
Hi Jay, you are not audible. Could you please speak a bit louder?
Hey everyone, I am Jay Chaturvedi here. I am also working at Cloud and Lab as a software engineer. I basically took care of that website
Jay,
for
I think there is something wrong with the mic.
okay, I will fix it.
Okay, Daxel, you go ahead.
Uh, Hi everyone, I am Dakshin Prajapati and I also work as an intern at Cloudx Lab. And yeah, I also work on improving things.
All right, let Jay rejoin, and we'll move to what is Turno AI. So Turno AI is basically an AI data scientist. So what people nowadays ask data scientists to do, you can ask Turno AI to do the same things and even better things, right? It basically learns and understands your data sources. A data source can be anything. It can be your database, it can be your files, it can be your any other analytical tool like Google Analytics or Google Ads or anything, right? It supports MCP, it supports databases, it supports file system as well. So it understands your data sources automatically and by interacting with you. The more you chat with it, the more it understands your data. All right. And how exactly it works, how exactly you can use it, you just have to ask a simple plain English query to Turno. It's basically a chat interface to your data, and you can get the validated answers from it. For example, if you would ask what would be my what was my projection of last 6 months of sales of a particular product, or let's say of all of the product, it can simply write queries for you. It can simply write Python code for you and execute in your isolated environment, a sandbox, and give the results to you. We will get to know more about it in detail when we move further, like how behind the scene it works. So it basically breaks that barrier that right now only tech teams can do these things, that non-tech team will come to the tech team and ask for a particular report, and then the tech team will write a lot of queries, understand the problem, then write queries and give the result to the sales team or the product team or the C-suite team to look at it and make the decision. Instead, the people even from the non-tech teams can simply use this tool to ask such questions and get answers within minutes, instead of waiting for the tech team to endlessly working on it, right? Now, yeah, as I explained earlier, that it basically connects to any data source, be it any MCP or any ERPs, databases, data warehouses like Databricks, etc., data lakes like Postgres, MySQL, or anything. Or you can upload any files as well, right? So it connects to any format, and you if the a particular connector is not available, you can always use an MCP, right? It ensures the enterprise grade security with SQL Shield. SQL Shield is our in-house security shield, which basically ensure that your schema and your queries are written in a way that it does not harm your actual database, and also the data is not shared outside your isolated environment, right? You give read-only access to Turno. It only requires the read-only access. Your query will be again executed on your environment, and everything is completely encrypted. Everything is working under isolated SOC 2 compliant infrastructure. So your data never leaves your premise, right? Because it is on your cloud, everything runs on your cloud. You can also do a lot of access control here, that if let's say you are basically setting it up on your in an organization, and you want to control like which teams see what data, which teams can query on what database, what tables and what columns, or even the rows, you can control that part very easily from the admin dashboard. All right. So it supports like every level of access control. It even has the credential management, which basically using which basically you can set up your you can put your environment keys in your keys as an environment variable to your sandbox environment, so that if something requires uh, a key, or you can restrict something by a key, and you can basically restrict it more, so that that particular thing, that particular data does not go outside the isolated environment. Again, it can do the data analysis, advanced machine learning modeling, real-time processing, and etc. So you can not the basically Turno AI is not limited to the report generation. You can even do machine learning modeling and real-time processing of your data. You can use Turno AI as a full AI data scientist. Whatever a human data scientist can do, Turno can do as well. How Turno works. So from a user point of view, user simply ask question or upload files, or let's say if there is any connected data source already, which we show how you can connect the data source later. You can a user can simply ask question on that connected data source. An uploaded file is also a connected data source as well, right? And the Turno AI basically process that takes the query, and it takes the user's question, write the query according to the question, according to the schema, according to the file, like whatever the data sources, according to that, interacts with the data using the Python code or the SQL, and then ensuring the security, it executes that query and returns that result to the Turno AI. All right. And then Turno AI is basically do all of the formatting, etc., and give the answer to the user in a desired format, whatever format the user is seeking answer to. Right. It can be tables, it can be like the presentations, it can be any HTML file, report, charts, etc. Whatever you say, it can do. All right. I think from here onwards, Akansha can take the lead and explain how you can set it up on the on your cloud using the AMI. Akansha, would you like to take this?
Yeah, thank you, Sachin. I'll take from it.
All right.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So, what is Turner AMI? So, firstly, I'll tell like what is AMI. AMI, Amazon Machine Images, are basically ready to use software packages which you can use to launch instances on your AWS infrastructure without any need of manual setup or installations. Enterprises use it for like secure internal deployments, and the benefit of it is the data will not leave your VPC or your private network. So our Turno AMI does exactly that. It gives you a pre-configured Turno server that runs inside your own AWS account in your private cloud network. So, using it, you can ask questions in the similar way you will ask to Turner AI and get your insights from the data. But the difference is that now this Turner AI is running inside your private network instead of the public internet. Why enterprises like Turner AI AMI? So, many teams or enterprises want an AI data scientist to be used for like analysis or other processing on their databases, but they can't use a typical cloud service as there comes concerns and constraints for their like data leakage. And enterprises are very rigid about their company policies towards their data exposing into the public network. So, uh, when it comes to using like cloud tools, they basically are exposing your database to the third party platforms, and so that's why enterprises are not able to use such SaaS products. So for that, we have Turno AI, which does not need your database to be exposed or being accessible outside your network boundary. So why Turno AI works? So, as I said, with Turno AMI, you can launch it on your AWS platform and you can use it for getting insights from your database inside your private network. It will not allow your data to leave your VPC, and you don't need to open firewalls to external services. Your enterprise policies are not violated, and you can work seamlessly in your AWS infrastructure. So I'll take you, I'll do a demo for how you can set up Turno AMI. So here, this is basically the link for the blog. I'll share it in chat later. For Turno AI AMI, this is the direct link to the product, but you can also find it on the browser, right? Turno AI AMI. Here it is. So as I have already subscribed to it, so I'm getting this view purchase options. But if you are new, then you will be asked for to subscribe to it. So I'll launch from it. Choosing the launch from EC2 console option, you can choose your region from here. Launch from EC2. Now here you will be asked to name it the server name and the instance type of your choice. I'm choosing T2 medium as per mine. And the key pair, you can generate a new one. This is basically so you can access the server on your local laptop terminal. You can use it for that. For the security groups, you need to take care of like allowing the port 80 so you can access this on the browser. So I have launched it, but it takes a few seconds to like fully initiate the container, the instance. The user, I'm using the Ubuntu for it. You can connect using the AWS console, or either you can SSH login using your PC. So it is not started yet. Okay. So yeah, the instance is ready. I'll just check its logs. You can do this. These are the server logs. To use it on the browser, I already copied the IP address. You can copy the public IP address or the of that instance and just okay. It's not started yet. It's applying the migrations. Okay, till the time it's starting, I'll just take you through the vlog. So it has all the instructions for the setup which I was following. Yeah, now it's up. So here for the login, the credentials are these. These are mentioned in the blog as well. And you can also change the password for this admin user. I'll show you the command for that. In the blog, you can see this. To change the default password, we have this command, this docker execute it turno AI python manage change password admin. So you can just run it and it will ask you for the changing the password. So you can enter the new password. Okay, characters are not enough. So by using that, yeah, so the password is changed. So here now it is ready, you can use. So before that, you need to get your key. So you just have to follow the links here. when to get to your key, and it was displayed on my this dashboard. I copied that, and then you just have to come here, same credentials. I changed the password, so that's why it's asking me to log in. So here in this, just go and do this add LLM configuration and just paste that key which you got from the dashboard and save. Now you're ready to use it. You have the options have your chat history, the file explorer, the files you will upload. Those will be shown here, and also the files which Turno will generate. Those you can find here. We have this environment variable, so you can add like env credentials which you want to use, and yeah, you can connect your data source from here. So I'll show. So I have an MySQL data source, so I will connect that just to show. You have to just give these configuration of where your data source is and do add connection. So you can see your data source here. These are the tables of the data source. It is basically a e-commerce public data set which I have just connected. You can query on it, like show the type of products from demo. You can see the thoughts and steps it is following to give a response for my query. So firstly, it figured out the data source with the name demo. Then it is seeing the tables it has. So I asked it to show the type of products. So it generated a CSV for it. We can ask more questions on it, and you can use these recommendations which it is giving to follow up for the follow-up questions. Like this one, can you provide a breakdown of product categories by the average product weight, and so on. So you can configure your data source like this and perform analysis on it. The generated files are uh, kept here. So this was the demo. Yeah, ahead now we have the case study. So, Jay, will you take over from here?
Yes, sure. Hey everyone, I am Jay Chaturvedi. I am currently working as an intern at CloudX Lab. So today I will be doing that case study with you of no. So moment. My screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
So today we are going to the case study of that customer segmentation and predictive insights. There we will go with that uniform marketing ignores segment behavior differences and how can weaken that high value bias hidden within broad targeting. So there we go with that. So let's go to the chat there. So there we go from that. Firstly, we have put that the data of in a CSV file where we tell the Turno to explore it and summarize it to us. So Turno here get that data of that the number of customers here where the Turno will be making the going through the data and making it into the different fields. So you can
Yeah, I
see
think your
that Turno
screen
is
is not
going through
visible.
it and getting the customers on basis of their year of birth and income and all of that. So there it found that the purchasing behavior of the customers as per their products they are getting from it here. So
Hello. Jay, your
from
screen is
there
not
we
visible. I think your screen is stuck at the PPT.
sorry.
Your screen is stuck at the PPT. We can't see that conversation.
Okay, okay. That is that fixed now?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So from beginning, there we have shared the customer data source of in a CSV file to the Turno and give him the command to explore the data and summarize it for us. So Turno done a job where it has segmented the data on basis of that year income and marital status and all, and give us that basically give the data in overall typical customer order that the customer age is around 48 years and they basically the typical customer have a graduation degree with him and have active from over 12 years and all. This will be beneficial for the anyone who is getting or making his summarization of his data from the Turno. At further, we have go through that Turno to segment the customers on basis of their spending habits. Basically, how the customer is spending on basis whether he is purchasing wines, meat products, or all. So Turno will be helping us in segmenting that to us. And there the Turno goes to the we I am showing you the thinking of Turno as how Turno thinks and go through it. There Turno gives us the uses the k-means clustering to analyze the data on basis of how the customers are behaving and all and purchasing it. There the it carries the code here to the to making it the clusters and all and what the result here. The better part of Turno is if there is an issue, it will go back and re-reason it itself. So it will be beneficial for that summarization or segmentation of the users. So here we get the final answer and Turno give us the segmentation of the buyers into four segment. Here we got the major buyers here, the major volume here with the segment zero, which having that average age of the user or the buyer is 53.7 years, and with all the segmentation, it, this is our highest volume, or basically the buyers are more here. But we got the segment one, which are our top performer here, as they are spending much more as compared to the persons in bulk. So segment one, Turno gives us that segment one is our major buyers of the product or take the products in volumes. So it will be beneficial for the company to get that much of data from the turnover. So next query, we will go through the how does customer income and presence of children correlate with the spending across different products categories, wines, fruits, and basically here we are going through talking to Turno. So it will bifurcate the data of the people on their income and presence of child, how it affects their buying of product and all. So Turno gives us result in that customers, those are high spending. So it basically gives us the family which have the children's are specifically less giving their money into that meat and fish rather than the peoples who don't have a children in their home. So that is a beneficial data for us to go through that. At further, it we have give up prompt to the turno like which demographic groups have the highest recency and are therefore at risk of churning. So basically, we are seeing the people are coming back to us, or if they are not, so who are they? So we have the turno give us result that the customer of age under 30 are most risky, like we are going to lose them. So we got a overview. So we can give our basically campaign to these groups targeting. So it will be beneficial for the company to run a campaign, not for people like one campaign to overall rather than we can target specific groups from it. And further, we have another prompt there. We are asking the turnover to is there a difference in purchase channel preferences based on customer education level or country. Basically, we are asking turnover to ask whether is there was a difference on basis of education. Are people buying from web or going to the shops and catalogs and each? So Turno gives a wonderful result here. So it tells us the people, those are PhD or graduated, are the highest web users as compared to the people who are less or basic in education. The basic in education prefers the store part, and the more educated person prefer the web part here. And also we have the data on basis of our country. So you can see that the US have a basically high strong web users as compared to India or Spain. Whether India and Spain prefers over store as compared to USA. So further, we have gone through it that what customer characteristics, income or spending are the best predictors of campaign acceptance. So basically, we are asking here that customer characteristics are depending on that campaign part or what should we focus more to get the customers here. So when predict Turno gives our result here, also a good result here. So it's telling basically that when we are predicting whether the customer accepts our marketing campaign, we can see that the total spending and income is the majority part here or in the recency, rather than he have a children or she have a children in his or her home. So basically, we can see that total spending and income and recency are the major part of our campaign. So the these are the major pillars that we have to target to get our campaign successful. So further, we have asked the Turno, can we predict our customer total spending based on this? So Turno here use the random forest method to predict that and tell us that the excellent result about that the spending or the more purchases are going through the offline purchases as the catalog purchases as compared to that web purchases. So we can see that for our campaigns we can target more catalog as compared to web. So we can diversify our money on basis of this, so our campaign will run successful. So as further we go, we can see then we are asking Turno, can we predict customer total spending based on their features on the time of sign up? Basically, we are asking Turno to get the customer's future earning or predicting it successfully at time they are signing up. We are taking the person income, his education, my marital status and country and all, and combine it with that all and basically predicting, not guessing with the no. As we have the data, we are able to predict it with a efficiency of 0.747, which is good for that random forest method as well. So the strongest predictors at sign up were that the income of the user or the person or customer, those are going with us, and the age at they are signing up, and all these are mentioned there. And what next from we are asking, what is our distribution of purchasing frequency, total purchases and all as compared to different customer segments. So basically we are asking Turno to get the how the customers are purchasing as compare as we have previously combined them into the segments. So there we are seeing that the large volume of segment zero, as discussed earlier, are purchasing less than the segment one. So segment one will be our valuable customers. So we have to target that large volume of segment zero. So Turno can help in determining whether we have to go to which segment and target which segment. So to increase our sales, and the campaign will be specified for the segments or the users we are having. So basically we can get the that, and Turno can also predict whether the that that short leg resistance, basically a snowfall effect, whether the 1 month sale hike effects or helps in the other month also. So we can see here that a hike in 1 month can also help in the boosting of the sales of the second month, and also we can track that when in the year the maximum sales of the our company will be going to be here. So we can see through this method that the 12th month of the year having the maximum or maximum probability to increase the sales here. So at the end, we have asked a turnout to provide us a power presentation, giving insights on the whole chart that above. So Turno will provide us a PowerPoint presentation. We can simply download it from clicking over it, and we'll further see it what the Turno made it for us. So I am showing you. Is that screen visible now?
No, that conversation
Okay.
screen is visible.
Yeah. It's me. So there we go. Here Turner provides us that presentation. We can go through it. It designed us like in a way the prompt we are passed to it. So this will be a case study for that, how we can get the customers from our company to Turno. So like basically we can check whether how the customers are spending and how can we attract more on basis of our campaign and all. So that's all from my side. And other than this, Dakshal will be getting to the next case study for us.
Hi, am I visible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Lakshit.
Okay, let me share my screen. Mm, Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
So, hi everyone, I'm Dakshal, and like we just seen the how to segment customers, and now I want to zoom in on something every business feels but rarely quantifies, like how differently people behave on weekends versus weekdays. So with Turno, uh, you can ask questions in plain English, natural language, and one question after another, and what came back actually changes how a business actually run a weekend campaign. So let's get into it. Um, okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Hmm. So we have a data source, which is the Look e-commerce. So I have asked the term question. I am curious to know, do customers tend to shop more during the week or the weekends? So the turnover will basically list all the data sources and will identify most relevant data source. And from it, it will start to look on the tables and it identifies the best table for this query, which is orders table. It also inspected all the columns, and finally, it came up with a correct SQL to classify a day as a weekend and weekdays from the order creation date. And it also counted order counts for the each day, which is weekend or weekdays. So this is our final answer that customer place significantly more orders on weekdays, which is around 89.8K, than on weekends, which are 35.1K, indicating they tend to shop more during the week. So, continuing on that, I asked another question. Could you show it as a simple bar chart comparing total orders? So basically, it can also generate interactive charts like this using simple Python. And we are using Plotly here to generate this chart and graphs. So on our case study, I asked the next question about can you check if people buy more items per order on weekends or if it stays about the same as weekdays? Also give me the chart to visualize it clearly. So yeah, Turno does it efficiently. And you can see that uh, the items per order are nearly the same. 1.45 items per order on weekdays versus 1.44 items per order on weekends. And here is a chart for that. So you can easily visualize it. Uh, Going on, next question I ask is, are most of the weekend sales coming from the new shoppers or returning customers? So this is an important question every business wants to know. So the logic term has used here is that it checked if uh, is any user ID's order is the first order or not on a particular date. And if it is, then it will consider it as a new shopper. Otherwise, it will consider it as a returning customer. And from this SQL, we got our output, which is that new shoppers on the weekend are uh, purchasing more items. Like as you can see, the new shopper accounts for around 22.6K orders versus 12.5K orders from the returning customers. So this is a crucial business insight that everyone wants to know. Follow up on that, I asked the question, can you show that pie or donut chart so you can better visualize it? So as you can see that 35.6% of the orders are from the returning customer, and the majority of
it, which is around 64.4% are from the new shoppers on the weekends. And after another important question every business wants to know is that the gender mix, how which customer segment they should target. So I asked the question: does weekend attract a different mix of male and female buyers compared to weekdays? So it again wrote uh, identify the correct tables and wrote a perfect SQL to get the orders as per the day type and the gender. And as you can see the result, on the weekdays, the order count of from the females is and the males are around equal. This for female it is around 49.95, and for male it is around 50%. And same on the weekend. You can also check it here as the chart. So we can see that we can say that the gender mix is nearly the same on weekdays and on the weekends. So the weekend doesn't attract materially different mix of male versus female buyer compared to the weekdays. The next question, okay, now these are the same questions, and also it can generate this CSV file. Mm, yeah, you can also download it and see it. I don't think so. You can see my screen now. You can also ask it to represent it as a table for better understanding. It can also do uh, represent it as a table. And the next question which I ask is which age group seems most active on weekends, like younger customer or the older one? Also visualize the insights. So in this question, we actually didn't specify how to specify a younger customer or the older ones. So Turno came up with its own ideology to so it basically take the median age and yeah, everything, every age group which has age less than median age, which consider it as younger, and greater than or equal to it, we consider it as older. And this is the final answer for that. That on the weekends, 17.3K orders, which is around 49.43%, come from the younger customer, and around 50.57% comes from the older customer. So the actively this so it's basically that age group is not a big factor to focus on while weekend campaignings. And the next question which I ask is which region or states bring in the most sales during the weekends? So Turno again wrote the SQL for that, and we get that final answer, which is that which these are the top three states according to the weekend sales. So I this is the whole conversation of the case study, and these are the chat summary that weekdays see far more orders than weekends, but the average items per order are nearly identical. The weekend sales are mainly by the new shoppers rather than the returning customer, which clearly indicates that a business should focus on weekend campaigning more to attract new customers. And yeah, also we see that the gender mix remains balanced across both periods, like weekend on weekdays, and the age group split is even on the weekends. And the last thing which we check is with the regions. So weekend revenue is concentrated in top states led by California, New York, and Texas, which account for around 50% of the weekend sales, which gives us a crucial insight to go for an aggressive campaign in these states. So yeah, this was the whole case study using the Turnup to get crucial business insights from your data set. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshya, for the case study.
Mm.
So you can ask the doubts in the chat, whatever you have related to Turno and its AMI version.
All right. Thank you, Akansha, Jay, and Dakshal.
Thank you, everyone.
Uh, all right. So it's the doubt time. So if anyone from the attendees have any doubt, they can raise their hands. We can unmute and we can discuss about it. You can also post your question in the chat if you're not comfortable in muting. You can go through the blog post on how to do it. The link is shared in the chat. Also, right, what modeling is used and what is the token? So modeling is currently we are using OpenAI's for like any 4 series model. You can use anything. If you are setting it up on your cloud, you are free to use different models. You can configure it in your configuration file. And in case of AMI, it is free to use, and your token utilization is basically obviously it will be on a little higher side because it is agentic and it validates the answer. But it is not that much. Like if within few dollars, you can like not even a few dollars, within few cents, you can get some analytical results. Obviously, if you would do some modeling and some data science work, it might cost you maybe a dollar or so. I hope I was able to answer Pradeep's question. Any more question? Kash, Rohan, how to know the costing and set the limit on token utilization? So from the costing point of view, it basically gives you like the utilization, how much it is costing. You can check it in the admin panel. Also, you can limit if you are using your own LLM. In that case, you can limit the API key or sorry, put a limit on your API, a particular API key. And in our case right now, like whatever amount you recharge with, that becomes the hard limit. But yes, we are working on adding a soft limit as well, so that you can set up your uh, token limit for the particular usage or maybe per day or anything. We are working on adding those limits. Right. Thank you, Pradeep. All right. I think so. If you guys have any more question which I uh, or the team is not was not able to answer during the webinar, or you are hesitating to post it here, you can always email us at reachus@turner.ai. Right. And we would be very happy to answer your queries there. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Akansha, Jay, and Daxil for presenting.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.